Hello, I'm Antonio Capaldo, the owner of Feudi di San Gregorio, and I'm very pleased to share Serpico with you. Serpico doesn't derive its name from the famous Al Pacino movie, but from the name of the town of Sorbo Serpico, where the winery is located. Serpico is the name of a single vineyard made of Aglianico. Aglianico is our indigenous varietal, so indigenous to Campania, and is one of the most important indigenous varietals of Italy. Together with Nebbiolo in Piedmont and Sangiovese in Tuscany, creates really the backbone of red Italian wines. And in this specific vineyard, that is basically 10 acres at 700 meters altitude, we source Aglianico from very old vines that are pre-phylloxera and that are between 150 and 200 years old. They're like trees, they're 3 meters tall, like that size. And you have to use ladder to harvest, and it's a quite unique microsystem. Why is the pergola was used? Because you could grow vegetables on the ground and you could maximize the productivity of your property. And we still enjoy these 400 plants that represent 40 different clones of Aglianico that we still reproduce and replant in our new vineyards. So it's a vineyard, first of all. It's a vineyard that is the perfect link between our past, which is long, from the varietals that have all Greek and Latin origin, to the vines themselves that have 2 centuries of life, to our future, because in all our new vineyards we plant these clones. So it's a wine that is particularly important to us, and it's also one of the wines that made us known internationally because it comes from a vineyard that literally does not exist anywhere else in Europe. What do we do with this juice to try not to waste it, because it's incredible every vintage? We have an aging protocol that tries to preserve as much as possible the fruit, but also at the same time wants to give structure to the wine in order to enhance its longevity. What we do is that we age it for 12 months in barriques, but then we keep it in the bottle for 4 to 5 years in order to allow the wine to find its balance. And we don't do it every vintage. We do it 3 vintage out of 5 or even 1 vintage out of 2, because we believe that to reach the quality that we want to convey in this wine, not every vintage is suitable. In the nose, the wine has the typical characteristics of Aglianico. So the primary flavors of the grape, which are literally the characteristics essential of the grape. So from the red berries, the cherry in particular, to the violet, the rose, and to this smell that you have in a wood when it just rained. If you walk in, it's very typical of Aglianico. And then you have the spices that come from the oak. The oak transfers more spicy note rather than the vanilla or the sweet notes. In the mouth, it opens with great freshness, even if it's a wine that is 2011. So we are talking 6 years after the harvest today and taste it. It's still a very young wine, and this freshness is quite enjoyable and will be very important for the pairings. It opens up with a great structure in the mouth, really filling your mouth in every possible aspect. And then it has a very long aftertaste. The tannins are rich and but at the same time soft and pleasant for a wine that is really quite spectacular and quite unique. The pairing that we like are the pairing with our traditional dishes of our area. So on one side, you can pair it with lentil and bean soups that are part of our tradition. You can pair it with pasta with meat sauces that is quite structured and can in a way support the pairing, and also with meat dishes like steak or lamb dishes or rabbit dishes that are also typical to our area. And of course, like many important red wines, you can pair it with seasoned cheeses. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you very much.